You have a notification. I don't know. I'm trying to dance, and I can't. I have no rhythm. That's a lie. I've got the best rhythm. I have the biggest rhythm, the best rhythm, the most fantastic rhythm. So anyway, hello, Alan. Welcome to episode 4. Halo, that's a good game. To episode 4 of the 2017 Advent Calendar from the Crafty Boys. We are drinking beer, 24 to be exact, a 2-4 as you would call them in our country, and it's also Alan. Have you seen this one already?
What?
This particular beer, day 4.
Yes,
you've seen
it?
Oh, you cheating bastard!
Well, I keep the box down in the garage where I can't bring the whole box up here.
Here we go.
All right.
Number 4. By the way, these bags here, they're paper bags just from the liquor store, the BC liquor store.
Did you rip those off?
Allison asked, she said, hey, I'm going to do a podcast and I want to hide the beer because I don't want to leave them in the box because I need to put them in the fridge. And they were like, here's a whole bunch. Here's 24 to be exact. So there we go. So I've just opened.
All right. So ready for the drum roll?
Drum roll. I have the ball turned away from me. So it is called the... Oh, it's the Vow of Silence. The Belgian strong 9.8 alcohol by volume. This is going to kill us. Oh, we're going to die. We've had the Vow of Silence before. I have seen this one. Didn't we actually have the Vow of Silence?
Actually, we had it. We did it for episode 54 of the regular podcast.
Really? Yeah, I seem to recall. Yeah, because we saw this was in last year as well, I believe.
I don't think it was.
No? Was it the first?
Think
so. It was the first year.
It's just in the regular.
Okay, so this is the Belgian strong. So this is basically here. I'll read this out again. You've probably, if you saw us last year or the year before, you've heard this already, or if you've watched episode 54. This Belgian strong ale is rich in history as well as flavor, traditionally brewed by Trappist monks, far from the influence of the modern world. This complex ale starts with a malty sweetness and finishes with a medium dry. It is a touch of piety. Yeah, okay, sure.
9.8%. It's a good thing that we took 24 hours to get over the 9% from yesterday's Jitterbuzz beer.
Yes, I know, totally.
Hey, are you wearing the same clothes as yesterday?
I'll get naked. Yeah, fine. We're recording 2 episodes in a row because we're catching up because Beer Fest got in the way. But yeah, basically this. What's funny is this one makes me think about the film Robin Hood, where the Friar Tuck character, who I can't remember who played him. Somebody that you probably recognize. But essentially, he's talking to the people wherever these people were in Sherwood Forest, and telling them all about how he's going to teach them to make beer. And it was kind of it's a throwaway joke in the film, but it pretty much was the highlight for me because the rest of the film, the exception of Alan Rickman, was pretty much again throwaway. Which reminds me, Alan. I planned out your Christmas gift this year. I saw something today that I have to make you. It is a craft kind of thing. Has nothing to do with beer, but you will appreciate it because I know you're a connoisseur of these kinds of things. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
So I'm going to open this up with the Christmas penis.
I've already opened it.
And I pretty much...
There it is. That's how it looks. Kind of copper, like a dark copper.
Yeah, I'm just doing my pour here. Leave it a little bit into the camera here. So there we go. This one's a little headless.
It's very good. Very sweet.
There's the head. There we go. All right. So we've had this before. I know we enjoyed it. We've actually had it more than once. Oh, yeah. There is. Yep. That's the ticket right there.
I have to say that I'm a little bit surprised that Parallel 49 wouldn't find a way to It's a great beer on its own, and it deserves to be in this case, in the Advent calendar, the Great White Wonder Adventure Pack. It deserves to be in there. I'm surprised though that Parallel 49 would take a beer which is, you could buy just on its own. I don't know if you can still buy it on its own, actually.
Well, it's interesting you say that because I remember last January. So we had, Christmas was done, New Year's had happened, and it was the first week of, or second, probably the second week of January, where I went to the BC liquor store, I think, for this podcast to get whatever we had that week. And the interesting bit was uh, a lot of the beer, and there were a lot of the Vow of Silence, but there were a ton of them on the shelves because they'd been taken out of the boxes. So either they had people bring them back, or they just had a bunch of boxes left over, so they took them all out for whatever reason. Or maybe I don't know, maybe they had a Christmas party and they had some of them themselves, that kind of stuff. So,
yeah.
But yeah, the Vow of Silence was there. What was the other one? There was another one that we really liked from last year.
But in last year's pack, both Parallel 49 and Central City had taken regular run beers, but changed them slightly to basically make an entirely new beer. In this case, Parallel 49 has just taken one of their regular beers and thrown it in the pack, which is kind of odd.
Well, it is it's definitely a cheat. I mean, I would agree that it's definitely a cheat because you don't want to open a Christmas pack and have something you've already had or something you can get throughout the rest of the year. And unless you really absolutely love it, maybe that's okay. But I think that it is a bit of a cheat to have this one in there because I do see it around throughout the year, but I don't know. Is it just left over from last year's, maybe?
See, I don't remember that this was in it last year.
Well, every single
thing that we had in the pack last year was absolutely unique. Where even if it was a regular run beer, they had changed it in some way, like added a flavoring to it or something, and altered it. Plus, I looked back at our podcast from last year, and I didn't see this one in there. I just see it from episode 44.
I'm looking at the playlist right now. But maybe you're right. Maybe it isn't here.
Again, I'm not saying that this doesn't deserve to be in the pack. It's a very good beer. I'm happy to be having it right now.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit surprised that they didn't go and try and tweak it some way.
Yeah, because I think we've had a couple of beers last year, definitely in last year's pack, that were beers that you could get throughout the year, but they had changed them, like, I don't know,
added orange flavoring to it,
pale ale, cinnamon spice or something, which sometimes is successful, sometimes not so much. But I think overall, so far, only on day 4, we're seeing one that is almost, I mean, this to me is a Christmas beer. Like, this is something that I would expect to be in here. But again, because I don't buy it the rest of the year, so that's probably why. But if this is a regular run beer, like if this is a throughout the year sort of thing, then
maybe it isn't.
But again, well, hello, Vow of Silence Google search. Let's actually take a look because I would like to know this for certain. So this is the whiskey. By the way, the Vow of Silence is a whiskey aged, barrel aged beer, where the one that we had recently on the show was a wine soaked beer. That was the that website that has beer on it. Oh my lord, our website. All right, so I'm actually at the Parallel 49 website, and I'm looking at their regular beer list, and this is not on it. But the
Okay.
Vow of Silence is also not here. Why is that? Um,
Maybe
the
it's
vow,
maybe it is
the Vow of
maybe it's
Silence
something that
is
they
my
haven't put
favorite
out in a
beer.
couple of years.
That is possible. Maybe you're right about it not being in the thing last year, but I think you're right. I don't think it was either. Um, the Belgian Strong is under their rarities list, so that is probably something that they do at Christmas time
Mhm.
only, and it maybe skipped last year. Um, I suspect that we're probably going to run into the Dumb Funk, the sea salted caramel, um, maybe, probably not the Tukes of Hazard.
No, I don't think so. Unless they
Um,
add like pine cones to it or something.
yeah, which would be kind of weird. I would try that. Rock the Bells, Cranberry Sour. I mean, these are ones that I know that we've had before at some point, most likely in the Advent calendar. But overall, I mean, as long as we don't get Jerkface or Tricycle or Filthy Dirty or Ruby Tears, Wobbly Pop, or
You won't
Trash
see those.
Panda, then I will say we walked away winners.
Yeah.
Um, so, but again, I'm so actually kind of interested. I didn't realize that they had this rarity list. I know that we've had Old Boy before.
Yeah.
Um, we've had the Corn Hop, which we had. We actually did the Bomber. We talked about that for a while.
We did the
One
Tukes
show.
of Hazard. We've done a lot of Parallel 49 stuff.
Well, it's just highly available in this area, in this region of the world, right? Um, I
And they
would
just have
like,
such a variety.
yeah, I mean, I would like to see maybe Ugly Sweater again. I just noticed that the limited release, but of course those might not be available anymore. Um, there is one, a Finnish Sati, which I don't know what a Sati is. It's a Finnish beer that's unfiltered, made with rye. There we go. Uh, Juniper berries and barley, called Sati Claus. Now, I don't know if we've had this one. I don't remember.
It was in the pack last year.
Oh, so this one was there. Okay, well, we
I'm
might
pretty
see this
sure.
one again. It is listed as being only limited. So, um, the adjunct, of course, is juniper, and it looks like it has pretty straightforward hops that they use. So, like Northern Brewer and Schnook and stuff. So, yeah, we might see some of these repeated again, but I don't have a problem with that, to be honest, because I
No, I
kind of
don't
I
either.
kind of like what they do, and I guess that's why. I mean, again, it's available. We don't have to go hunting for it. You can trip at your any beer store of any kind and find it.
It's
So
cool because it's a surprise, right? We don't know what every day. Like we know we're gonna have a beer every day. We just don't know what it is.
exactly, and you never know. There, well, actually, we do know. There's probably going to be something we've not. I would hope there's at least one that we've never seen before. So I give that a thumbs up because I know that particular reality. I hope is going to come true. Something that we've never seen at least once, ever.
Well,
Absolutely
I
unique.
think the one from day two and day one.
What was day? Oh, that was the peanut butter one.
No. Day
Uh,
two
oh no,
was
that was
the
that was the
pineapple.
pinata,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
pinata
With the lizard
squamata
thing.
with the lizard thing. Yeah, well, you're right. I mean that. Okay, then my what? Oh, by the way, the peanut gallery did not like the pinata squamata. The
Who
peanut
cares what
gallery.
the
What was wrong with it? Unpleasant. Okay, I would need a little more, but I'll leave it at that. I liked it. So,
I liked it.
but again, who cares about the peanut gallery? Um, but by the way, the new mattress is installed. The old mattress was taken away today, the
Oh
end of
yeah.
Box Spring. The best part about my adventure was this morning. I called this local company. It's like 2 or 3 guys that have trucks that go around and collect mattresses and not all junk, but stuff that's really big and bulky. He said that his days just never end. But the best part, because he was very friendly, I said, "Hey, how's it going?" And I actually brought the mattress and the box spring down into our lobby. He thought he was going to have to come up, and I'm like, "No, whatever. These things aren't that heavy, really, when you think about it. So take it away." And then he phones me about, I don't know, 5 minutes later. So we said goodbye. He's got the stuff in the truck. He's about to leave. He locked his keys in his truck. So I went down there, and a couple of neighbors helped out, and we actually found 5 wire coat hangers, which I don't have any of those. And we stretched them out, and we undid them and made one big long sort of
you are sure that was that guy's truck, right? You didn't help him like steal a truck.
Has a sign and his name is on the side as well.
Because I mean, your neighborhood's kind of shifty. I mean,
whatever. We have a university next door now, so which makes it even more so. So he, I was helping him pry his door open a bit so he could stick this thing to try and push the lever for the lock inside. But the best part was when he got frustrated. He's like, "Oh my God, geez, I can't. It's not. I don't have a thing that's thick enough and doesn't bend." Because he wasn't quite getting it. So this is like half an hour into it. And I said, "Okay, well, I can go and see if I can find something else, but I don't think I have anything." But I'll go and look. I'll be a nice guy and go and look. And then what he did is he said, "Actually, no, wait, I'm gonna put a hook on the end." I said, "Okay, what are you gonna do?" He's like, "The keys are right there, like they're underneath his receipt booklet," because he gave me a receipt for the pickup, and so he did that. And was able to get the keys and pull the keys up so he could actually pull them through the side of the door or through the gap that we'd made by prying the door on this thing. I hope we didn't damage the door, but oh my God.
Probably.
But but he was able to get the keys and he thanked me and he drove off. So that was the adventure, the high adventure of my day. But
you got a new mattress out of it.
I got a new mattress out of it. By the way, I give a thumbs up to this mattress because for the last probably forever, when I woke up in the morning, I would have back pain. And it got so bad that probably 2 weeks ago or so, I couldn't sleep in our bed. I would wake up and my back would be freaking out. But last night, slept like a baby. So I give a thumbs up, and it's kind of funny that was the bed I had chosen, and I happened to mention it to you and to your wife, and it was like, "Oh, that we actually got that one too. That's a really good one to have." So, thumbs up.
Yeah. What does the Peanut Gallery think about it?
Peanut Gallery, what do you think about the new mattress? She gives it a yay. I don't know if you heard that, but she said yay. Awesome. I think she was a bit dubious at the beginning, but I think last night she tends to sleep face down, so on her stomach. She's a stomach sleeper, so that didn't seem to bother her at all. I'm more of a side back sleeper. I sometimes will fall asleep on my side, but I'll wake up on my back, kind of thing. I don't think I sleep on my stomach. If I do, I'm unaware of it. But I gotta say, it didn't really matter because I felt more rested than I had in a while. So, but again, we'll give it a month and see how it turns out. And I suspect it will be like sleeping on a baby's bum, if that's a thing.
Ew.
That's kind of gross. Well, yay.
On that note,
tomorrow, join us for day 5. It'll be a mysterious beer that I have not seen. Alan, of course, will keep his mouth shut and not tell me what it is. But close your eyes or take a cloth with you from the kitchen and just keep it wrapped until you actually get it. But overall, thanks again, Alan, for being here. Thank you for everyone who watches this. And Alan, as always, take us out.